How's it going, everybody? Today I'm coming to you to do a video about something a little bit different than what I normally do a video on. As you know, on the West Coast and the western states such as Nevada, Arizona, California, and other states within the vicinity, we're under an extreme heat warning and heat watch with the extreme drought situations and how hot it's getting out here, particularly where I live in Nevada, and as well as other states like Arizona and Phoenix. In that area, it's getting really hot. What tends to happen a lot of the time is everybody's using their ACs and a lot of extra power, and then you start experiencing blackouts or rolling blackouts or stuff like that where the electric goes out. And most of the time, when these things happen, we're not prepared for them. And when you're going through extreme heat like this, that could be even that much more uncomfortable and unbearable because your house becomes like an oven. It just bakes. So I wanted to do a video on something I had purchased, and it has a lot of great uses for it that a person should be prepared for, and not only this situation but any situation where it could become useful for anything. For camping, it would work really great to have maybe in a vehicle in case of an emergency when you're out on the road. It would be good for that. Just to have in the house all by itself is just a great extra asset to have, that it wouldn't hurt to buy. Now, obviously, generators and large solar panels on your home or roof are going to be the better bet, and of course, they cost a whole lot more money. But if you don't have those things already, or you don't have the finances or the resources for it, or if you live in an apartment where obviously you can't put solar panels on the roof or anything, that's not going to be an option for you. And if you don't have a generator or haven't purchased one, usually when these type of emergencies or things happen, supply and demand goes into effect, and you run to the store just like 20 million other people, and they sell out super quick. The minute they get on the shelf, they're gone, and or then you may start dealing with price wars or price gouging. So it's just something good that would be a good tool to have around the house, or like I said, if you're traveling, especially with the family or anything, or camping, it would be great for. And the item that I wanted to talk about was the GoPowerPlus. This is the box for it, and you can find it on Amazon. They have it there. Walmart has it. I think Harbor Freight and Tool might have it. But there's a few different stores that have it, and you can get it there. It can range in price anywhere from $25. I've heard people say they've paid all the way up into maybe $100. And it's basically a 100-watt charging on it. And this is what it looks like. This is the actual unit. And as you can see, you could plug in things like a cell phone or a laptop. You can plug in like a household item, like a fan or something like that. Something, I wouldn't try to put in a refrigerator or anything like that. But, just a small item like a fan. If the power goes out and your AC goes out, if you don't have an actual generator, you're SOL. But, having something rather than nothing, you could plug a fan into this and it will work. And I'll show you that later. But it's just a great tool to have. Or if you needed to charge up your cell phone, power goes out, you can't charge your phone, here you go. And yeah, you could charge phones in a vehicle, if you have a vehicle. Most people do. But this is just an added resource. Or if you're out camping, this is a great resource to have, to be able to charge those items. Other things on here is this button right here If you push and hold that, it's actually a flashlight. You see that just came on? So that's a flashlight right there. Underneath, you can see a fan motor here. This is, I guess, to help cool down the unit when you're using it with multiple items plugged in so it doesn't overheat. But that's a pretty cool feature, having that flashlight there. And then another thing it has is a weather radio band on there. So let's say if you're on the road broken down, or you need this for a bug out bag, which this would be perfect for, camping, like I said, any of those type of situations, or just around the house. This here, the weather radio on it is good for, it says, any kind of disaster alerts, including earthquakes, chemical spills, nuclear emergencies, train derailments, amber alerts, terrorist attacks, and more. So, it'll give you that kind of alert, and basically you just push and hold down the power button, and voila, you can hear it.
Highs 111 to 114 on the west side of the valley, 113 to 116 on the east side. Northwest winds 5 to 15 miles an hour. Thursday night, partly cloudy.
So as you see, it gives you a weather alert, gives you temperatures, if anything was going on, or amber alert, any of those type of things, you'd be able to get it on there. And it has different channel bands on there as well that you could scroll through. Let me go ahead and turn that off. So that's a pretty cool feature to have, especially if your car breaks down, you're in the middle of the desert or whatever. I mean, the likelihood of these things happening might be slim in certain situations, but it's always good to be prepared and have it. And with the different uses that you can do with this, it's just, I think, a really great value. The whole thing for this, like I said, I paid for this one $45. If you order it online, I think it was advertised for like 96, something like that. But if you go in the store, at least right now, it's $45 if you can find one. Because a lot of the Walmarts don't have them in stock, or their website says they have it, you get there and they don't. And most of the employees are either not knowledgeable or not helpful, with the exception of the one guy that I ran into today at my local Walmart, which I was very thankful for. So anyways, that's how that works. The other cool feature about this is you can charge this unit right here with the 12-volt output. They give you a bunch of different adapters with the unit. So you have your adapter if you wanted to plug it into here and into a car lighter in a car to be able to charge the unit or power it up. So that's one adapter that comes with it in the package. Then they also have the wall type of one, where you can actually plug it into a wall and charge it up through that while you have power. So this way the unit in the station is already charged up and ready to go when you need to use it. So they have that cord there. Then it also comes with a USB cord that I think looks like one that you would use for maybe a cell phone. You can see that there. So it has a USB side, and then the one that looks like a cell phone. So anyways, comes with that wire as well. And what else? And that's what it comes with in the box. Now, what I wanted to do next was I wanted to show you how it actually works, to show that yes, this item actually does work to power up a fan. So, excuse me, sorry about that, guys. Let me go over here to my fan. And I'm just going to go ahead and turn it off real quick. Unplug it. And I'm going to go ahead and power up the unit. So, let's see if I can get that here in camera. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hit the AC button on there. I don't know if you can see that. Back it out a little bit. So the AC button here, I'm going to go ahead and push that. That turns it on. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and plug in the fan right into that plug there. Alright, so I know this is terrible, guys. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get it to where you can see. So I have it plugged in, and I'm going to go ahead and now power up the fan. Voila. And as you can see, it's plugged right into this unit that's running this fan. And it's one of those oscillating fans that you could put in like a living room or a bedroom or something like that. Let me draw back so you can see. But again, it's not plugged into the wall there no more. It's plugged into the unit. So anyways, I just wanted to show that to you real quick. Let me go ahead and turn this all off. Back to the video. So just bear with me a second. Plug that into the wall. Alright, there we go. Alright, so as you can see, you can power a household fan with it. Let me go ahead and set this back up for a second here. Give me a little bit of hands-free. Alright, so you saw this unit, get the fan to work. Again, you can plug in a laptop to it, a cell phone. It has the flashlight, it has the radio weather emergency band on it. So it's a great little unit. Okay. I also showed you that right here you can plug in any of the devices, whether to a cigarette lighter or to the wall itself to charge the unit. But it also has here, and thanks to a video I saw, I want to give a shout out to Lead Farmer 73. I watched one of his videos and he talked about this, and that's what kind of hit me to it. He has his personal uses for the device, and I think that's great. He has a whole bunch of different ones, actually. It's pretty cool. You got to check out his videos. But anyways, this one right here is for a solar panel that you can plug into it. Now, the one that you can plug into it that will work really good with it is the Thunderbolt Solar 13-watt briefcase solar charger. Okay, so I went ahead and I purchased one of those as well. And I actually have it outside. And I'm going to go ahead and plug in to the device the solar panels that are currently outside. You'll see this thing light up once I plug it in, and then I'll show you them outside so you can actually see it. But go ahead and plug that in, and as you see, it lit right up. So if I pull it out, boom, it's dead. This is for the solar panels. So plug it right in. And the cool thing about this is that it comes with all the adapters that you need for it. So it comes with, actually, this one, it comes with is good for if you have like a power drill or something like that. The battery that the power drill goes to for a cordless, you can attach this to that to be able to charge it up. It has this other adapter here. Not really sure what this goes into. I'm sure a lot of people do, but I don't. I'm not that savvy about this stuff, unfortunately. This one, of course, is the cigarette lighter one, so it has that adapter. And then it also has like the mini like jumper cable type adapter to it. So that's another adapter it comes with. And then the last adapter it comes with is the one that I currently have the unit plugged into. So you see there, you can see where the adapter connector is, where I have it attached to, right there. So that's another adapter which I currently have it hooked up to. So now, what I want to do, and I'm sorry about this video bouncing around, guys, but just bear with me, is take you outside and show you the panels that it's hooked up to. So I have the wire going from outside all the way to the panels. then these are the panels right here, and it's the suitcase panels. Okay. And as you can see, if I could get in close enough, there's a bad glare from the sunlight, so I can't really see too well. But on there is the blinking light. If you can see that in the video, I can't barely see it with all the sunshine in my face. But that's showing that it's charging. And what's cool about this is if you see the back here, you can see that there is stands here that are set up, and then the wire wraps around the back underneath. And it winds up to a cord that stretches, I want to say about 12 feet maybe? Something like that. So anyways, let me get out of the sunshine there. Glare is really bad. This here is the box for the solar panels. And I got this at Harbor Freight and Tool, and this was $59.99. And basically it has the suitcase folds in half and it's magnetic, so there's no latches or anything like that. And as you can see, it comes with the different accessories as I mentioned. And these are some of the specs on the box. I don't know if you can see it or not. That shows just for a second. And again, it plugs right into the GoPowerPlus. So if you're out camping, obviously, in most cases, unless you're in an RV where you have power in it, or you have an electric station or something to plug into, if you're in RV camping or something like that, you're not going to have actual power. But having something like this little gadget here with you will come in very handy if you wanted to plug in a small radio, a cell phone, a laptop, a house fan, you know, anything small like that that you can plug in, a small appliance. Maybe you needed a can opener, or you know, any kind of camping items that you may need to plug in or such, or any kind of items that just around the house, if the power goes out, you need to plug in a lamp to be able to see, which, you know, I would probably recommend getting some of those solar powered lights as well, or a lantern that you keep in the house. So that's one less thing that would have to be powered into this that you can use for other things. But that's a whole nother story. It's your choice. You use it how you want, how you need it, obviously. But I just think it's a really good item to have and have on hand, because you never know. You never know when you could use it. You know, I just wanted to do this review on this item because I saw it and I thought, hey, you know, with how hot it's getting out here, if the power goes out, the power goes out. There's nothing we could do about it. I live in an apartment. I don't live in a house. So I don't have like a big generator outside. I don't have solar panels on my roof or anything like that, because I don't have that option. A generator would be too noisy to have in an apartment, and obviously you can't put solar panels on a roof. But should the power go out here, all electrics out, refrigerators out, AC's out, and when it's hot like this, that's going to be like really bad. And again, usually it's only temporary, but even in that temporary period, the heat and everything would be pretty unbearable. So to be able to know that you have a device like this, the GoPowerPlus, where you can power a fan or something, at least to try to cool you down somewhat, or to power an item up that you may need, maybe a TV or you know, a lamp or whatever, a laptop, that you can plug it in and be able to actually use that device or have it work for you for whatever your personal needs are in those situations. And then the benefit of having to be able to have a device that plugs into it that's solar paneled, then you're not paying nothing for the electricity at that point. Now you're getting your energy from the sun. Now I just plugged this thing in. The unit itself had 2 bars when I powered it on, because they don't come when you open them up out the package. They'll give you enough just to juice it up, but it's not fully powered, so you have to charge it. And when I decided to purchase not only the briefcase solar charger, but the unit, and I was able to find them both, 2 different stores. The briefcase solar charger I got at Harbor Freight and Tool, and they are on clearance. So I was concerned of not being able to get it because I looked online a couple weeks ago, and they said the closest store to me that had it in stock was in Bullhead, Arizona. And I didn't want to drive to Bullhead, Arizona. It wasn't that important to me to go get, at least not right now. But I just happened to check online today, and I saw that they had it in my local store. So I jumped on it and went there, and sure enough, they had it in stock. So I got it. And so I was pretty happy about that, but they are on clearance, so I don't know how long they're going to stick around, but it's very compatible with the GoPowerPlus. So it works pretty good together. So let's say your power's out, especially if it's for an extended period of time, which of course we don't wish that on anybody. But God forbid that's the case, or that you're out camping and you could get use out of this or something, that not only as you're using your devices on it and it's using the power from that, you have the ability to plug up solar panels that will absorb energy from the sun and be able to recharge or keep your items powered up as you're using them with the solar panels out. So again, it only had 2 bars out of maybe 5 that were charged on the GoPowerPlus when I opened it, or when I turned it on initially out of box. And I just plugged in the solar panels outside, and it's pretty hot out there. I mean, it's like probably maybe 113 or something right now outside, and I have it facing right in the sun. So I don't know how long these things take to actually charge up, or charge up the unit, or how much juice you get out of it, or if it's just simply that you plug it in and it's just keeps your items going. It's not necessarily going to give you a whole lot more stored power in the device. I'm not really sure. Maybe if you have nothing plugged in and you're charging it in good sunlight, and you let it sit out there for a while, maybe it fully charges the unit. I'm just opening this up out of box and trying it out. And I was, pretty impressed by the video I saw previously from the other gentleman, and lead farmer 73. And I went out and said, let me just see if I can find these items and have it on hand just in case, because this week is very hot. And I did notice last night that there was kind of a power surge where the power didn't go out, but there was some sort of a surge. You could tell in the lights how the lights will surge when a power outage is going to happen or almost happens. And I started thinking, I was like, what, with how hot it is, if I could at least run a fan. Obviously I won't be able to run the AC, but if I could at least run a fan, it'll be a little bit better. Plus, I also have blackout curtains in my home, so that helps kind of block out some of the sun. So the combination of that with the fan going, and however cool the apartment is, could be very helpful as far as in those situations, to be able to run a fan, to have just enough coolness to make it by until the power kicks back on, or to be out camping and be able to run a radio or some sort of device, or a cell phone, or what have you, and be able to charge those items or use those items. So I was pretty impressed, and for the price, you can't beat it. All in all in, for everything that it came with, I think I paid maybe about $110, roughly, about $110 after tax for both items. And both items come with all the adapters you need, so you don't have to buy anything else. Now again, how well this device charges with the panels, I'm not sure. That remains to be seen. Maybe the next time I use it and get to play with it a little bit, maybe I'll do another video and then I'll have more information. But I thought it was just a really cool item to get. You know, something good to have, maybe for a bug out bag or in any of those situations as I described. Um, and it's something we should all be thinking about because we can't be dependent on fossil fuels forever. Global warming is a real thing. It's hot. I mean, I can see the change year after year. I've been in Nevada since 2012. It's 2021, so that's like 9 years. And from the time I moved out here to the time it is now, it seems like each year that's going by, it just keeps getting a little bit hotter. And the Lake Mead is getting lower and lower. We have a water problem out here, a severe drought problem that has to be addressed. And we need rain. However, it needs to come. We need rain. So everybody do your rain dance or whatever. But, um, having these type of items will help should the power go out or should you need it for recreational use. However you can use it, they could be very helpful, and especially when things happen that are unexpected that you haven't prepared for. So again, I want to thank you for tuning in. Again, this video was on the GoPowerPlus, and I got this at Walmart for 45 bucks. And the other box, which I showed earlier, is for the Thunderbolt. Let me go grab that. And since the video's in place, you might be able to see the box a little better this time. But the Thunderbolt, and this is the briefcase